So let's just get right into it, shall we? Listen, we've absolutely all been there. You scrub, you spray, you scrub some more, and yet, there it is, staring right back at you, that unbelievably stubborn, unshiftable dark ring right at the waterline of your toilet bowl. Honestly, it's kind of one of the most universal and frustrating household headaches out there. Now, you might be thinking, well, maybe I'm just not scrubbing hard enough, or maybe I bought a totally useless brush. But actually, the truth is a whole lot more scientific than that. In this explainer, we're going to solve this mystery once and for all by looking directly at the specific chemistry of your water and your cleaning supplies.
Welcome. Today, we're basically turning a frustrating chore into a full-on science experiment. We're doing a deep dive into the real science of cleaning Gauteng bathrooms, pulling straight from expert source material on local water conditions and highly specialized cleaning supplies. If you've ever felt like your standard cleaning methods are just completely failing you, you are definitely not alone, and hey, you're not doing it wrong. We're going to break down the chemistry of exactly why those typical everyday sprays just fall totally short and show you how to finally beat those impossible stains by understanding exactly what it is you're up against.
All right, here's our game plan for today. First, we'll look at the Gauteng water problem. 2, bleach versus gel cleaners. 3, the ultimate cleaning routine. 4, crucial chemical safety rules. And finally, part 5, beyond the toilet bowl. Let's get to it.
Starting right off with Section 1, the Gauteng water problem.
Okay, so the actual secret culprit behind those rings, it's literally right beneath your feet. It's a geological phenomenon called dolomitic groundwater. You see, huge parts of Gauteng actually sit directly on top of dolomitic rock. And what this means is that the water drawn from these areas, especially if your house uses borehole water, but absolutely municipal supplies too, is incredibly hard. It's just loaded with heavy minerals. So when this water sits in your toilet bowl all day, those minerals rapidly precipitate out and just build up, layering on top of each other day after day. That stubborn ring you're seeing isn't just everyday dirt, it's a literal geological deposit of limescale right there in your bathroom.
And because we're literally dealing with a microscopic rock formation here, scrubbing alone, it's just not going to cut it. You aren't really cleaning. You're basically conducting a tiny geological excavation. If you take a standard, heavily diluted multi-purpose spray and go at it with a regular brush, you're essentially just giving that limescale a nice little bath. Those thin sprays, they just slide right off the hard mineral deposits and go straight down into the water trap before their active ingredients even get a single chance to penetrate the scale. Elbow grease is great, for sure, but against heavy, local mineral deposits, you really need a serious chemical advantage.
Which brings us nicely to Section 2, bleach versus gel cleaners.
So, if the usual spray and scrub approach is a total bust, how do we formulate a scientifically effective solution? Let's take a look at the difference in our cleaning arsenals. On one hand, we've got bleach-based cleaners. Now, bleach is famous because it whitens things incredibly quickly, right? It makes the bowl look sparkling clean in seconds. But the downside is it rinses away extremely fast and offers almost zero residual protection between cleans. On the other hand, we have thick gel cleaners. Think of a really high-quality pine oil gel. Because they're thick, when you apply them neat, which just means completely undiluted, they actually cling to the underside of the bowl. They literally defy gravity just long enough to let the active disinfecting agents sit on the surface, slowly breaking down that stubborn soap scum and the hard limescale before you finally flush them away.
But here's the catch. Brute chemical strength is really only half the battle. As our source material clearly points out, a pH-balanced finish is absolutely crucial. See, if you're constantly blasting your toilet with the harshest, most highly acidic chemicals you can find just to melt that limescale away, you're actually going to slowly etch and damage the glazed porcelain over time. That ends up dulling the bowl, which, ironically, gives future minerals an even rougher surface to cling to. No way we want that. So you really need that thick gel clinging power, but with a pH-balanced formulation that genuinely protects your porcelain over the long haul.
All right, let's move on to Section 3, the ultimate cleaning routine.
So now that we fully understand the mechanics of thick gels versus thin bleach, let's actually put this science into practice. The absolute key here is finding the right cadence. For your routine maintenance, say about 2 to 3 times a week, you should be applying a concentrated gel neat directly into the bowl. That's going to handle your general disinfecting and stop any soft scum from setting in. But for that really tough dolomitic limescale, once a month you need to bring in a specialized acid-based descaler. And the big trick here? Apply it and then just walk away. Let it sit for several minutes. Seriously, do not immediately scrub it. You gotta let the acid do the heavy lifting to dissolve those strong mineral bonds before you even think about touching the brush. This 1-2 punch prevents the daily buildup and totally destroys the monthly scale.
Oh, and a super quick reminder as you're building out this new routine. Genuine disinfectant strength is always greater than fragrance. The cleaning aisle at the store is packed with products that smell like a tropical vacation. But when you're fighting hardened mineral deposits and microscopic bathroom bacteria, efficacy just has to come first. You want to look for active disinfecting agents, whether that's a dedicated acid descaler, bleach, or a natural antiseptic like pine oil, rather than just buying a perfume that's only masking the underlying problem.
Now for a really important part, Section 4, Crucial Chemical Safety Rules.
Because we're utilizing some genuinely powerful chemicals here, it's absolutely vital we understand how they interact with each other. Please hear this. Never, ever mix bleach-based or acid-based descalers with other chemicals. This is literally the golden rule of bathroom cleaning. If you accidentally combine an acid-based limescale remover with a bleach-based whitener, you will create a harsh chemical reaction that releases incredibly dangerous toxic fumes right into your enclosed bathroom. You have got to treat your heavy-duty monthly treatments and your weekly maintenance cleans as entirely separate events.
To keep yourself completely safe, just follow these essential, non-negotiable steps from our source material. First off, ventilate the bathroom really well. Open up those windows, prop open the doors, especially when that stronger monthly acid descaler is sitting in the bowl doing its work. Second, always throw on some rubber gloves during these heavier treatments. You really want to protect your skin from any accidental chemical burns. And finally, rinse thoroughly. Whenever you apply a concentrated neat gel, make absolutely sure it is completely flushed away and rinsed before the next person uses the facilities, or before you ever introduce any other cleaning product to the bowl. And that brings us to our final part, Section 5, Beyond the Toilet Bowl.
You know, the really fantastic thing about learning these core chemical cleaning principles is that they don't just apply to one single fixture. You can actually take this exact same logic and expand it to the entire property. That very same thick pine gel cleaner we just talked about, if you dilute it, it works brilliantly on bathroom floors and tiles. It lifts the grime right up without leaving any dangerous slippery residue behind. And this layered logic, it applies literally everywhere. Over in the kitchen, you can integrate heavy-duty dish soaps. Out in the garages and driveways, you apply specific car wash chemical logic. Honestly, even for massive schools and big institutions, facility managers use this exact same layered approach. You start with a heavy, targeted chemical for the deep, stubborn stain, and then you maintain the area with a reliable, pH-balanced general cleaner. It's the exact same science, just scaled way up.
So I'll leave you with this thought. The very next time you open up your cleaning cabinet, I want you to ask yourself, is your routine actually breaking down stains, or are your products just washing right down the drain before they can even do their job? Understanding your local water supply completely changes the game. It dictates exactly what products you need to buy and exactly how long you need to let them sit. So it's time to stop fighting local geology with just elbow grease and start letting chemistry do all the heavy lifting for you. Upgrade your cabinet, stay safe, and enjoy a brilliantly clean space.